No, I'm very sorry. I'm battling network. This is what it's been we've had since the class commenced. Sorry. I'm very sorry. Okay, person, please um join this new one. I join this new. Please join this new one. Possible. I advise avoid having so much space between our headings. Look at this space. This space is irrelevant. This big space. This space is irrelevant. Delete it. Don't have this kind of space. Delete it. Don't too much space in your work. It doesn't make your work look coordinated. I'm just deleting spaces throughout. This introduction paragraph is just so small. If you have too much space, your work becomes disjointed. Like it doesn't look as something that is structured properly. Persons make. I'm having issue with this. Your research properly, but you don't know how to structure your reports. Okay. 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 I just finished going through that of Precious. I think I went through that of Charles earlier, but I didn't know that network has yanked off as of then. So I think it was almost impossible for anyone to have heard me then. I'll open it again. Now, I'm not comfortable with your introduction. This is not the way we said introduction ought to be. That's the first issue I'm having with your work. Now, if you've used number one to list a something like piece of heading, you already use number one here to list these guys. Okay, for you to start using number one again directly under a number one. You could have used A, B, or bullets to identify these guys as a for making these listicles here. You get because there's number one here, number one here. Even though they are different headings, it may be confusing and conflicting. All right, it's all right. I'm really going through these things, and so far so good. I've asked three persons to chat me up. I think um Rejoice, Walter, and one other person. I'm going through Precious Daniel's work. Now, please, for subsequent assignments, write your name in the documents so I will know what you're talking about. You're having even on even spacing. So what you have here. Wait, let me get it out again. So what you're having here, precious. Yeah, there's a space between the 2 points here. Let me just highlight it and so you see. There's space between here, between these 2 points, space here, no space here, space here. It's not even. If you want to remove space, this space completely, just remove it. The New York State Justice System keeps official arrest, criminal justice call registry called the rap sheet as well as the office. The New York State Department of Criminal Justice Services keeps official arrest and conviction as well as the office of. This is ambiguous. This is ambiguous. What you're trying to say here now is apart from the DCJS, that the OCA, which is the court administration, also keeps the same record. That's what you're trying to say here. But the way you wrote it makes it look as though you are comparing the rap sheet to the office administration. It's ambiguous. It's not clear. The New York Office of the Court Administration, or New York Office of Court Administration, known as OCA. Now, if you're making an abbreviation in an article, this OCA, you've mentioned this Office of the Court Administration before now in the preceding heading. Yeah, this is where you ought to have put also known as OCA, or in bracket OCA, not even also known as, just bracket OCA. You should have done it in the preceding, or what's it called, heading. If that was the first place you use that term, thing to do. Don't you don't repeat. You don't like let's say you're writing EFCC now in an article. The first mention of that term, Economic and Financial Crime Commission, is it's at the first mention of this term that you put the bracket EFCC. It's not in subsequent one. People need to understand it at the first mention. You get, and you don't need to tell us its content. That is what it means. After you say it once, after then start using OCA alone, OCA alone, or the full meaning alone, not together again. It's very important. Rejoice. Rejoice. I'm impressed with your work. I'm impressed with your work. Like, very impressed with your work, honestly. After this class, please send me a message. Please. Precious, your work also looks good. It looks good. I like the structure, the choice of you used. The structure of the article makes sense. However, in this place, you have Holy Ghost. This is a very long sentence. Now, guys, whenever you have articles that are law related, legal documents, look out for very, you could see a terminology, or you could open your source documents where there are multiple items or multiple words listed in a sentence. Don't write it that same way. Now, I'm using that other PC again that doesn't have Grammarly login, so that's why I cannot check for plagiarism here. But I know if I check, I could see an iota or something more than that of plagiarism. I'm not in the best state of mind tonight, guys. I'm not having the flow. Not having the flow. Criminal records are collection from the federal, state, county, and public records, as well as the state government, federal fugitive files, the correction. If you must list all this, what you could do is this: is that we are at this point, just write and this one end with We then continue here. Other agencies, other government agencies whose re- records are considered. And this is too long. Just write this. Just write and missing traditions among others. You're writing several things in one sentence. It's too much. Now, this is, let me teach you guys one thing. If I run this through Grammarly, I may get plagiarism, and I think I know why. Now, if you are doing your research and you see something like this, like a list of items, let's say apple, ball, cat, dog, egg, fish, goat, house, ice cream. Everyone loves ice cream, man. Ice cream jug. That is. If you see this list, like this, if you are writing it yourself now, do not write it in this order. If you write it in this order, it will consider plagiarism. Learn this stuff. This is a trick. If you're going to write the same thing, do not write it in the same order you saw it online. Scatter it if it can be scattered. If it must not occur in a particular order. Let's say something like if you write to ask you are asked to write the seasons in a woman pregnancy cycle. We have the first trimester, the second trimester, and the third trimester. You get, this must come in that same order: the first, the second, and the third. You can't write the second trimester, the first trimester, and the third trimester. You have to put it in a chronological order: the first, the second, and the third. But in a listing that does require you to follow a particular order, try to shuffle this off to beat plagiarism. This is what I will do: apple, dog, goat, ball, dog, fish, okay, cat, and put house, cat, and ice cream. Now, I say the same thing but different order. Plagiarism basically look out for similarity in the first about 4 or 5 words and yonder. The similarity in the first 5 words, if the words of that sentence are the same order as the first 5 words in a sentence that already exists online, the checkers may mark it as plagiarism. So the best way to beat plagiarism when you are having a list is for you to scatter the list. That is, if they can exist in a non-chronological order. It's very important to know this, guys, because I'm saying this because of what I saw in Precious's work. Again, the list she made, I feel strongly that could be liable to plagiarism. You get? So please, let's desist from making that mistake. Okay. Precious, after this class, let me check again. Now let me check Grace's work. New York is one of the most unusual states in terms of freedom of information legislation because it has to for providing. Grace, did you write this work yourself? Grace, Reply. Did you write this work yourself? Yes. This racist work. Grace, did you write this work yourself? Please reply. If I run this into President Checker, after I'm going to check some of these people that have to check. I'm going to check your work from my other PC for plagiarism. If I run this thing through plagiarism now, will you get a result? A poor result. Oh, she said she did it herself. Oh, it's what? Send me DM after this class, please. Mhm. I'm trying to decipher the research you guys put into this work. It's really overwhelming. I'm seeing some works that are quite interesting. Amara, so far so good. I've been very impressed with your works. Um, this list you made here, Amara, can you hear me? This list you made, this thing you put headings here, they ought not to have headings. You made them heading three. They ought not to be heading three. Just no more text. Please don't do that. Whenever you're making bullet points like this, just leave it that way. No more text. No heading threes or whatever. Leave it that way. This one now, you could put heading three here. Understand? You could put heading three here because you have a short note under it. Get? Or you could just leave it that way. Make it no more text. Make it and then make it bold. Then another option. You get? Is another option. But if you just add anything under it, don't make it heading three. Now check for. All right, I think you do very well with conversational articles. Amara, you are making a mistake in your articles. I need to point out. At times, you use capital letter in the middle of a sentence and say, this V is capital letter Y. It ought not to be so. But, and this is not the first time you're doing it. In everybody here, you made it capital, it ought not to be so. Please desist from that. Desist from that. Good. The persons that have, oh, please do not forget. Grace has checked plagiarism. See confidence. Oh, I want to do. Okay. Destiny. Okay. I've skipped Destiny's work. Destiny. Okay. I'm going through yours now. Okay. Destiny's work. Let me share the screen. Okay. Destiny. Over the last 30 years, decision of friends. Okay. Okay. Now your work is okay. I love the fact that you talk about the mailing of a petition. This spaces in your work, especially between others. Now, Destiny, The way you put this link here is not the way you should put link in an article. Contact Victor or Ada or Ebube to show you how to put links properly, or contact Grace to show you how to put links properly in your article. I taught this earlier. I wouldn't go back on it again. Your work is good. Then Chizaram, let me check Chizaram's work. Okay. Now, guys, when you're putting your heading, you're putting your link. Let me show this thing very, very quick so we won't make this mistake. Your link should stop at these services. If you can, she didn't grant me access, but I can't be able to make some edits. But see this link here. Must extend to this place where it is. Also stop at this S services. You should not even include the full stop. It's important to know this stuff, guys. It's important to know this stuff. SS space. What this space here doing in your document? This space here, what's doing in your document? I think I'm done with these reviews. I honestly don't have much to say. Like, I don't really have much to say. The truth is that I also get this thing right, the way I have my mind. This to us is not captured in what I had in this curriculum for this class. So if I'm going to explain this entire stuff, it's going to take us like some days. So I won't explain it. Only those actually that did what I hoped they could do are the persons I may take a little step further in that I wouldn't have the time to explain this because it's going to be very difficult for us to comprehend. We'll have to continue with what we have normally for the class. Maybe along the line, if there's a need for me to come back to the assignment, I'll do that. Now, let me check my curriculum again. I'm trying to get the curriculum or the guide we're working with. Okay. I'm looking at the things that I've not done yet in that curriculum. Today, I'm not really very, very so strong for us to dive into certain things. But one thing I've not done Grammarly Premium. I've not done this yet. I've not explained Grammarly Premium. What we did that day? I've not explained Grammarly yet. Yes. I've not explained Grammarly. I'll do that. Now, the entire Microsoft stuff, I'm not going to touch Microsoft Word. I said that in the beginning of the class. I've done certain structure and paragraphing. I've done Google Doc formatting. I skipped this one. I've done tones. Plagiarism, I've shown us how to go about that. Now, one more thing, yes. One more thing under copyright and plagiarism. If you are using, um, you know, I know very, very well that in some articles you may be asked to put images there, to use images. Maybe your client may ask to use images. Now, please note this stuff. If you put an image in an article, it's very important that you give credit to the source of the image. You need to let the users know where you got the image from. It's very important. It's a way of also avoiding, lawsuits. Although Nigerians, we they immune to lawsuits, but over there in the states, it's a very serious problem. I don't want to put your clients in an issue. You don't want the client's website to be penalized or something. So this is what you do. After putting your image, let me share my screen with you guys so you see me do that stuff straight up. Now, suppose you want to put an image in this document. Okay. I don't want to see my import of images. Let me just, because it's going to open my, just hold on first. Let me open the image. Now, let me show you a very important image. Let me show you how I went about it. If you come here to format, to insert, you click on image, upload from computer. When you click on this, you have to locate the image wherever it is in your PC. Yes. Insert image, upload. And that's how I located the image from my PC, and I got this big guy. Yes, I got this big guy. The bucket list. After you've added your image, you could resize this image. If you click on it, you can get nodes at the and get it resized. There are 3 buttons here. One is in line, one is okay. Let's do that one. There's a button I'm showing you here, align. Click on it, you'll see align to the left, align to the center, align to the right, and then justify. You get. If you choose the align to the center, it brings the document picture in the middle, and that is what I think your image should look like. I'm going to scroll up so you see the results. So you see the results. The image is now in the middle. It's not in the center. It's now in the center of the document. When you click on enter, the align center will still be retained. You can delete this stuff. I think about to the left. What I'm saying now may sound vague. Here is how you should put your image in an article. After you've uploaded your image into an article, try to bring it to the center. Try to bring it center. Even if you don't bring center, just you may leave it that way if you choose to. But I love it being ordered. I love it being in the middle. And being in the middle is not you pressing space. No, stop doing that, guys. A lot of us here do that a lot. It makes your work look very, 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 very unkempt. It makes it look very clumsy, literally. Do not use that space bar to get your stuff. What you do is this: either try to go to align, click on the image like this, go to format. No, come here. Just come to this heading here. You see align left, align center on it, and it sort of comes in the middle here, straight up. Now, the main part I want to show us here. This image came from a source. I downloaded it from somewhere. There are 4 places you can get images, free images. 4 places that I recommend for getting free images. The first is Pexels. Second one is Pizza Bay. Pizza Bay. The third is on Splash. And then last is iStock Photos. I mean, all of these guys are .com or .com, something like that. Now, these four guys, they will allow you to download free images. They are called non-copyrighted images. These images, if you use them in your article, no one is going to sue the owner. No one's going to ask Google to penalize the owner. No one's going to say that his copyright was infringed upon, because the person's uploaded images there as free. They can be used for free. I'm going to show you one of them. I'm going to show you how to use iStock Photos. I'm going to show you how to use iStock Photos, because it's very important you guys listen as it pertains to copyright. Now, I'm going to quit this screen so I can open it. Okay. Where's my, let me share that screen. It's important because some of your clients will tell you to put the images yourself. So you've got to learn how to get images for free that are good. You don't just go on Google and type images, or let's say you're asked to write something on cup of tea. You don't just go on Google and look for cup of tea. Because let me show you what I'm talking about. If you check cup of tea, you see a lot of results here. Already there are two images to the right. If you click on the images icon, you see a host of them. Now, all these images you are seeing here, we are up somebody or some people, and they are probably copyright protected. Now, look under the names of these images. You see they are links to websites. The first one we see on the left is owned by learnenglishthings.britishcouncil.org. The second one is Medical News Today. The third is telegraph.co.uk. Get? Now, if you upload any of these images in your article, you could be penalized for that. If the owner files a copyright claim to Google. So the same way, if you're using YouTube, if you're a YouTuber, you just don't upload any kind of rubbish there. My younger brother is a YouTuber, and he's very careful, about what he uploads there. In this class also, I think there are 2 or 3. One of them is a very good friend of mine, someone that is very, very good at it. It does not just upload anything. Anything he's uploading there is something that is unique. It's unique to him as much as possible. Because if you upload someone else's content without due permission, the person may file a copyright claim, which instructs the body on your work, meaning that you're using someone's stolen work, or you are using the work without paying royalties or compensation. You get? So this is nothing you need to understand, and it also applies very, very well, to what we do here. So this is what I'm going to do here. Instead of me using any of these images we are seeing here, I'm going to look for, now, some images will not be copyright protected, but you wouldn't know. When I say images could not be copyright protected is that the owners could say, okay, I don't want anyone to get penalized. I don't want anyone to to be struck by Google or another body for using my stuff. It's free for everyone to use, but you wouldn't know unless you come into your free stuff, unless you come into Pizza Bay, on Splash, iStock Photos, or any similar site that gives users or gives site visitors free photos to use for that content. So I'm going to visit one of them, iStockPhotos.com. I think it's .com. I'm not very sure if it's .com or .co.us or so. I just typed it now, and then I'm waiting for it to load. Network, I don't really understand these guys, man. Network has messing me up big time. Open one small site. It's taking forever to open. It's not okay. Stock photos. Let's spell this correctly. Here's running on Google. Okay. Now I type for iStock Photos. they're giving me they saw, see guys, now I think it's very sweet. It's very sweet to make you understand how keywords work. Now, stock photos are refers to high quality photos, very good images. So that's what we mean by stock photos. And there's a site called iStock Photos. Now, when I typed iStock Photos here, the search engine assumed that probably I made a mistake by typing iStock Photos and not stock photos. So what it did here is that it showed under the stuff blah blah. It showing me results for stock photos. Now, because it thought that I want to write stock photos and not iStock Photos. You get and sites like Unsplash, sites like Shutterstock, sites like Pexels, they are ranking for this keyword. This keyword, look at them. Just look at the short note under each of them. You see that these keywords are captured in their meta description. Oh, I didn't teach us meta description. I just remember now. Meta title, meta description. I didn't teach us that. Someone should remind to teach us that. Now, this keyword is captured in their meta description, which made it possible for them to appear when I search for the keyword. Guys, this is important. It shows that indeed keywords work. So what I'm looking for, look at our guy here. Our guy is here. iStock Photo is photos. I went to type photos. So iStockPhoto.com. I'm going to open it now. Under it, we've seen Pixabay there. Pixabay. But what we're looking for now is iStock Photo. What you have here, you could come here. There are options, guys. There are options here. There are options here. I'm seeing different options. Yeah, a host of options, guys. A host of options. What you could do is that you can click on any of them. Yes, I want this first one on the left. I clicked on it. Now, when you click on it, there's a problem. When it opens, it shows you watermark. If you can see clearly, you see the watermark on this picture. The watermark shows you that this picture is property of iStock Photos. You get? Now they're telling you that you cannot download this image for free, this high quality image for free, unless you pay. And what I send this image is $99.99. However, you could get the free one, which is a low quality version. Let's go back. This one here. Just right click. If you right click here on the image, you get, you download. Another option is for you to but then when you open the image, you see the image is not really very, very clear. It's not very, very clear. Okay, it's coming up. Sorry for that. I'm trying to open the image. I don't know why it's taking forever to open. Okay, let's just close, guys. It's taking forever to open. Now, this is for iStock Photos. But then this is the catch here. This is the catch. I'm going to show us Pixabay. I think Pixabay allows you to use the high quality image. I'm going to show us the catch here. Now, when you open this image here, assuming we're going to use this image, we want to give credence or credits to the owner of this image. If you scroll down, let's see if you can see it now. Credits. The person that owns this image, her name is Alina Rosanova. She's the one that uploaded this image here. Her name is Alina Rosanova. That's her name. So I'm going to give credence to this person. What I'm going to do is this. This particular page, I could click on her name here, and it's going to open a page for me of her profile. But then the problem is that it's going to redirect me away from the main picture we're looking for. So just take me to her profile where she has several images. I don't want that. Look at all of images she has here. You get several images and everything. What I'm looking for is only that one image. So I click on it, I copy it out. If I come back to the document, I will click under the image itself. I would write credit or photo credit, image credit. Name, right click, and the link I copied earlier. Press enter key or press apply. Okay, you see the name has appeared there. Get so no one can penalize because you are saying that okay, this stuff is not my own. I copied it from somewhere. You get so to make it align in the middle, click on this align center and it's in the middle. This is how to give due credits to images. Get it's very important. Now, what I think you guys can use for images proper to get good images is Pixabay. I think Pixabay. Let me check the site and see. What have we got? I'm on Pixabay now. Suppose I type a cup of tea. It's loading. Now, the first layer I see here, these are sponsored images. The adverts, don't click on them. Come down here to this other ones here from this section. So I'm clicking on this one. If I click on this one, it opens. There's a button for free download. If you click on this free download, you can download a reasonable quality of this picture that you can use in your article. So this is one I sort of suppose us to use, suggest that we use. When you click on quick download, it loads and downloads. It gives you option to download from. That's the awesome thing. You can choose the highest quality or the middle ones and whatever. So I'm going to select the 1920 by 1280. Just 300 something kilobytes. Oh, it's asking to download to register. Okay, no. Okay. Okay, it's asking to do capture technical. It's downloading now. Downloaded. Now, to give credit, the person that owns this image, the person's name is Teefam, Teefa. Image or photo credit. Okay, that's it. That's it. So it's pretty simple, guys. We all can do this stuff. So that's the copywriting stuff. That's the copyright. Copyright. Hope you know copyright is different from copy English. Let me show you what I'm talking about. These are two different terminologies, man. I mean, copy. What we discuss now is copy RIGHT. It's different from copy right. As in copywriting, it's different from it. That's different thing. The first one is a legal term that shows ownership of a property, or what's it called, idea or whatever. Why the other one is a creative term for writing, sales copy or stuff like that. Get I can see that most of us are not online at the moment. I don't think there's any point in me continuing with an empty class. So guys, I think we're going to continue some other time when the class is fuller. When we continue next time, let me just go through this entire curriculum again. We've done everything. We've not done this one. We've not done this one also. Definition of terms. Definition of terms. We've done everything under definition of terms. Now, under SEO, we've done this. We've done everything here except this last one here. What we've not done here. Under copywriting, we've not done anything at all. Not done anything at all. Not done anything at all under copywriting. We'll go there. Let's see what tomorrow holds for us, and then we'll see what we can do by tomorrow. I think that's all for tonight, guys. Good night.